Well, look, if you haven't heard of Led Zeppelin, you should check your genitals for weird probe marks because it probably means you've been abducted by an alien for the last 25 years. Along with the Stones and the Beatles, Led Zepp are one of the great rock and roll acts responsible for the most amazing song ever written, Stairway to Heaven. And tonight, we have with us the two men responsible for that song, the driving force behind Led Zepp, who've got together recently to record their first album in 14 years. Together, that is No Quarter, an extraordinary album. Please welcome Mr. Robert Plant and Jimmy Page.
That's it then.
That's it now. It's over. Thanks very much. That was fabulous. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Well, Jimmy Page. It's so nice to meet you after all these years. You've been in my head all this time, you know that.
I could feel it.
Yeah. It's been quite a scary thing. No Quarter. Let's talk about No Quarter. You've recorded a lot of this in Morocco with Noah Tribesman. Now, how do you get together? Does your agent call their agent? How does that work?
I knew a girl in a restaurant in Marrakesh.
I love stories that start like that.
And basically, one situation led to another, and this group were playing in the restaurant. They were amazing, really like happening music. And they were just playing to people who were like sort of going, oh, I think I must go home now. Or they had Moroccan tummy.
Right.
And these people were playing and they were brilliant. And we couldn't find anybody else who'd play with us. So I called the restaurant.
You couldn't find anybody else who'd play with you?
It's been a very lean...
telling the truth,
It's been a lean 10 years.
Oh, has it really now?
Yeah.
Sure, I'm sure it has. How hard is it actually writing music with people who are diametrically, culturally different to you? They don't speak your language. They probably don't have a single Led Zepp album in their collection.
Yeah, they don't have a collection.
They don't even have a collection. How hard is it working with that?
Well, we were really lucky, weren't we? We just went into a courtyard, sat down with them. There was all this kind of incense and stuff sort of floating around. In fact, it was a bit like Woodstock was way back.
Yeah.
And we just started playing with them.
Really?
And we had these visions, you know. It was remarkable, actually. It was really good. It didn't take very long at all.
Where do I get that incense from, actually?
Well, judging by what happened to us last time we were here, I'm not going to tell you.
What did happen to you last time you were here?
It's my attention span.
Oh, I see, yes. No, I understand. Will you please welcome Mr. Robert Plant? I'm just reminding him of who he is here. And this is Jimmy Page, immediately to your right.
He's a recovering candidate, right?
Actually, we have some footage of you playing with the Noah Tribesmen in that very square. Let's check it out. Let's get a feel for it. Looks like a fantastic experience. Now,
I must say, there's surprisingly few women in that clip.
Now, why would that be?
I can't imagine where they all went. I think they were in the caravan with Rex, our tour manager. Yeah, it was an amazing night in Marrakesh. Yeah.
Because you've said you'd like to perform with...
These are not all innuendos, you know. Some of this is true.
No, this is not Julian Clary here, you know. You've said you'd like to perform with... Oh, maybe it is. With Moroccan trance singers who can teach you how to cut yourself, but you don't feel it?
Well, the Jalala, there's all these different forms of music in Morocco and North Africa. Yeah. And really, why am I doing all the talking?
I was about to say.
Because he keeps asking you the questions.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's...
Okay. Right. No.
Yes, tell me about the Moroccan trance musicians.
About we'd heard stories before about the Jujuka tribes people. And when they bring in the rites of spring, you know, Panathian feast, which just goes on for days and days. There's stories of them smashing bowls over their heads, starting to bleed. The next day, there's not a scar or a mark or anything.
It's a bit like your wet T-shirt competitions in the pubs around here.
No, we don't. This is the 90s now. We don't have those anymore. We've moved on. We have wet brain competitions instead.
Yeah, I can see that.
Thank you very much. It's gel, actually.
I think the deal is if you repeat anything long enough, something happens to you that doesn't normally happen. And the whole mantric thing with Moroccan, North African music is that the repetition of the rhythm, the riff, and the whole intention goes round and round. Like in Haiti, you're probably more familiar with it in Haiti.
Yeah, that's where well, no, actually, the shamans in Tibet do the same thing.
That's
where
right, yeah.
They work themselves up into this state where they believe they can see ghosts.
Yeah. We were only there for about 2 hours. So we only got a certain amount of it.
Yeah.
You know, just enough for 2 songs.
Well, you said that the music you did in Morocco is about as far away from George Michael as you can get. Has this been a career ambition for you?
Well, a friend of mine's got his coat. It's a sort of powder blue, sort of worsted. We're on our way, anyway.
You're on
if
your
we
way.
can find a chorus now, we'll have a hit.